Okay, Dwee, welcome back. For the listeners, I just now showed Dwee, who's playing black in this game, a game of mine to give him context about the idea that goes all about having healthy groups. And it's either connected to this video or it's a part one. I'll let you listeners figure that one out. And so now we're going to look at his game and how it would be good, how we can apply that context. Okay, that was confusing, but here we go. And do it all make sense so far?
Yes,
Yeah.
perfect.
And the more questions you ask, the better.
All right.
Okay. And you're the Blackstones. All regular and good. So everybody's stable. Time to play a big move. That gives us two corners. And we'll call them equal. They're not quite equal, but we'll call them equal. So that would be the next thing. Now that we're stable, go to the next big move.
What about the next move in the top left corner?
That's a great question. Let's answer that one. So in the old days, the 4-4 was a bit unusual, and 2-4-4s was just unheard of. Now, when I say the old days, I started playing Go almost 60 years ago.
All right. Yeah.
So this was the more regular way. And we call this an unfinished corner because when you split the corner in half, well, that stone's on the right side of it. We need a stone on the left side to be balanced.
Yeah.
Now, when we put one there, black owns that whole corner. If white plays there, we're sharing the corner. This is the basic idea. So now it's a finished corner. Now it's an unfinished corner. Got me?
Yeah.
Now, same thing here. It's unfinished because it's off balance. Here, it's perfectly balanced. All done. And this was the idea about the 4-4. What a terrible move. White can just take the corner away in Sente. What a horrible move. Yeah, but it finishes it in one move. And it can extend along the sides well. It has influence. You do it in one move instead of two. So that's a pretty big deal. It was kind of a new idea. And doing two of them, oh man, very exciting when it was became the in thing. That's why on this board there's two unfinished corners, which are bigger than playing in a finished corner.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, AlphaGo AI has showed us, no, this is not a problem. Go play any corner you want. But you didn't play in a corner, you played on the side. That is not as big as a corner. Now, it's still a big move. And at your level, plenty big enough. But get used to corners are bigger than sides.
Yeah.
Okay, onward. Something I would be noticing right away. For white to come in here, notice how difficult that white stone is. Now, it can live, it can run out, but it's difficult. Okay. Kind of easy. Lots of room. Heck, you even have room for an extension if you want. There's lots. So there's a better chance for you entering white than white entering you. So that would be on my mind. It's like, oh, I might want to come in there at some point, but that's for later. Okay. So black, white, you played the corner, good. Weird move. This is not right. Let's look a little bit as to why. Let's do the same idea here. Just one line further. See how incredibly thin white is here? It moves over here. this white should be staying on the fourth line maximum, and possibly third line, depending. So black plays here, white. This is not right. It's
Mm.
weak. It doesn't work well with the territory. Okay. Next idea. See how you're behind enemy lines here? We take a straight edge.
Yeah.
You don't want to be. Remember the game I showed you? We do
Yeah.
not like getting surrounded. What you did
Mm-hmm.
is, please surround me. I want to be surrounded.
Yeah.
So you should be getting out at A or B.
Mm. And why would the place below be bad? So the one space extension.
Here.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you another question. How about here?
That seems slow and inefficient.
Really slow, and this is clearly slow, mainly because we all learn on day one that on the third line, a two-space extension is safe.
Right. Yeah. That's a base. Yeah.
We learn that. What we don't learn is, well, what do you mean it's safe? What happens? What's going to happen? It can be very complex, but this is what we learn. It's safe.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why instead of here, well, we can go to B.
Yeah. Okay. Clear. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the stronger you get, the more you decide, in this case, I am going to play this move because of. Great, then play that move. But until you know all that stuff, play basic. And A and B are both regular and fine here.
Right. Yeah.
A's a growing move. Yeah. That might be worth looking at. Neither of these groups are finished. Let's look at why. If black approaches and white ignores, the eyes are leaving, the points are leaving, and we call this an open skirt. White has an open skirt, black approaches. White needs to say, no, you can't come under me. Now let's look at the same thing here. Oh, I'm going to come under you. Give me a break. That's not the same thing. We can even ignore that and not be horribly hurt. So fourth line, sorry, I put it here. That's a growing move, saying like perhaps white already had a stone here, so he's grown over. Anyway, that for another day. Hopefully that made some sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually.
Okay, you should be getting out. Instead, you come in. So now we'll talk about the original context of the strength of groups. Notice there's a knight's move here. He played a weak move. Well, it would kind of make sense to say, I'm hurting your weakness. If white says, oh, I need to stop you, then you kill the stone. And you're big alive and you have the whole corner. This is huge. And if white says no, well, now there's two cuts instead of one or three altogether. Yeah. So it's a weak position, and this is the big context and go. You see weakness, go towards the weakness, assuming it's the proper time. You might want to do it later, who knows? Okay, more into the corner. Now, we're going to have context again. You defended yourself, but we'll just look here. How many eyes is that? Looks like one.
Yeah.
That's one. So instead, now how many? Well, it looks like 1, 2, 3. Now it's not three eyes. But you see the shape difference.
Yeah.
Significant. Make shape.
Potential eye
Make
space.
healthy. Yeah. Get your eye space going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here's the biggest one to see in the opening. You have an unsettled group and you still have an unsettled group.
But still one eye.
Back to this again or this. Same two moves.
Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully already you can see in your head you're going, this is going to take me from 14Q up to 5Q within a week. I mean, not literally perhaps, but perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Go is about groups. And you saw me play this 2Q. I don't know if we got to the point where I destroyed him, but I destroyed him because
Mm.
he didn't keep his groups strong. And I just, without any fancy moves at all, walked all over him. Okay, go a little further. Again, if I'm black, I'm playing A right away. That's a 1. I want an A. I'm playing A right away to fix that. Huge move, granted, but strength of groups before huge moves.
All
Totally
right.
important.
Yeah.
What? Now, two things. First, I'm going to play here right now. I don't care what happens on top. I have no weak groups on top. I have a weak group here. Okay.
Yep.
Secondly, how shall we attack the B stone? Now, what I'm going to say is based on generalities, not specifically this board, because your move, I think, works on this board. I'm not sure. It's complex. So we'll just go in general. Okay. B's weak because he's inside our area and there's not much space.
Yeah.
What would he like to do to get health? Well, we all know, corner first. He wants to go to the corner. So we stop him. So step one, don't let him into the corner.
Mm.
There's, 6 ways to stop him, but we'll go with the basic 3. C limits him, does not stop him.
Yep.
So no good. D, okay, he can't get to the corner. But we can play the same idea, but in Sente.
Mm.
Now, D takes the corner and stops him. Well, that's great, but now it's his move. He can play anything he wants. Here, we're not taking the corner, but it's our move. Why? Because he has to respond.
Yep.
So Sente versus not Sente. So we're here to attack, not to take the corner. So this priority shift is really important. I'm taking the corner, not doing a lot of attack. Well, what do you want to do in this case? I want to attack. He's came into my area. Then play E, which does great work in the corner. It simply does not take the corner.
Yeah. And maybe if I may ask, so if my position was less strong at the top, so let's say maybe the middle black stone would be white, would there then be any reason to play D or C? Exactly, yeah.
Uh-huh. So like this.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the most basic context, this area of the board, this upper left area, it's either 1-on-1 or 2-on-1 in white's favor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm in defensive mode. There's no reason to think I have any right to attack anybody here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play defensive. Why would I kick? Modern Go says there might be a reason to kick. Well, why? Let's give a brief talk, and let's notice that those two white stones are too far apart. Just a moment ago, we looked and said it's supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Well, they're too far apart. Well, what about now? Not too far apart. We just now helped him.
Yeah.
Why would you help him? Well, there are some parts in modern Go that says no. There's a chance this is good, but it's very complex, and there's no reason to go there in my book at all. So just here, and now he still has a problem. If he's going to fix that, he does it on his own time. He has to invest a move. I'm not, and now it's my move, not his.
Yeah.
And one other thing while we're here, you probably don't know the term Tawari.
Tawari, no, that
Okay.
don't want to have it.
Tawari is a wonderful tool. It means to change the order of the stones to see if the shape is correct. So I'm going to take off C10. So we'll do it so we get the definition going. Okay. So black just played C14. We are now in Tawari. We've changed the order of the moves. White to play. Here. Really? Why? Is that a defensive move? No. Is it? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
We'd want it somewhere else. Okay, so back to the game. Black to play. Now let's do Tawari. Well, I just put the stone on the fourth line. Notice black has an open skirt. Black has a need. Oh, how about we play here? Perfect. We close the skirt.
Yeah.
So here we had a white stone here. Black to play. I'm going to play it on the fourth line. Now it's an efficient shape. Now that's a complexity which comes later. But we're here and I couldn't help myself because I just talk and talk and talk. Okay. So let's look at how it would go. Boom, boom. Oh, I'm on the wrong button. Just a second. Okay. Back to our context. Keep our group strong. Well, what just happened? A straight edge puts us behind enemy lines. We don't like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to defend ourselves. Okay. Let's assume he defends himself. How do we have a weak group? Well, he approached our A stone, but there's room everywhere. The A stone is so safe. It can go anywhere it wants. There's no way White can do any sort of serious attack on it. Lots and lots and lots of room. Okay. Is White still attackable? Yeah. White might not even have an eye yet. Where does White want to go? To the side. Corner first, side second, center last. So let's stop him from getting over there. Now notice the profit we've got in the corner. It's not our corner, but it's way more ours than his. Now we have profit on top. It's not real profit, but it's way more ours than his. He comes out. How many points did he get here? 0. How many eyes does he have? 0. So there's this natural flow, one thing at a time, that really works well. Anything else before we go on to the next?
No, I think that's pretty clear. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Now we see, just check out this area Black's building. So your move has merit. Don't get me wrong. Come out, you defend, good. Come out, and you defend. I think that's good. This is better because this move is suggesting, well, I want to build here, right? I am building this wall in order to do what? White's in there already. Can't do anything there.
Yeah.
So when it comes to building, this move's no good. It also has left a big hole here. Well, what else is it doing? Oh, we're attacking White. Really? White's just going to walk out. There's no special attack here. Therefore, just keep it to a more practical defense.
Yeah.
Comes out. This next move, beautiful. You're building a beautiful area, stopping white from coming in, which also puts pressure on white. White's feeling less and less pressure, but this is still a good amount of pressure. Now, pretty much the attack's over or almost over, but this last black move really looks. This is your other wall, right? You forming a nice basic line. That's the line you're talking about.
Yeah.
And assuming white defends, you might want to start plugging the holes. Right? You're building that area. Anyway, it's a whole nother deal. Okay, well, I think that's enough of this game. You can see the picture you're going for. And if you maintain context like that, my groups are all fine, then the details, the fights become easier, and they're easier to get a handle on the reading out and what's supposed to happen. The attacks are easier, the defense is easier because you have context. Without that context, the complexities get so profound, there's no way you can ever make sense of them.
Yeah.
Some people stay at your level for years because they're so complex. Yeah. Play simple, go. Okay, any last questions?
No, I think that was really clear, and I think that was really insightful for me as well, especially when you drew those lines to indicate the territories. I never really saw it that way, and it's really clicking.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
That's really nice. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Thanks, George, for recording.
No problem.
And we'll see you all next time.
See ya.
Bye.